Welcome, fellow Toastmasters. I did not practice the speech, so I will be referring to my notes. I heard someone last week say that they can't wait for things to go back to normal. I'd like to throw some different perspectives on what normal means. From one perspective, normal can mean going back to the way things were for that individual. Perhaps going to an office to work, and coming home to rest, or engage in an enjoyable activity. On days off, they get to go visit friends and family, or just stay home and veg out, or perhaps walk around their home. In my opinion, and it's just my opinion only, and I'm very different. Some of you people already know that. Whoever doesn't know, I'm very different. So in my opinion, this is a limited perspective that misses the greater reality that we all exist in and are connected to either consciously or unconsciously. Another perspective is to consciously look at the greater reality we are all a part of. These are just a few general statistics that are included in going back to normal. The wealth gap between America's richest and poorer families more than doubled from 1989 to 2016. By 2016, the top 5% held 248 times as much economic wealth as the median. Over the last 50 years, poverty rates have ranged from around 15 to 20% in this country, which was considered the richest country in the world. There have been, on average, almost 20 million children going to sleep hungry every night. And that's prior to COVID. As of 2018, there were 2.3 million people incarcerated in America's private prison industrial complex. There are more than 1 billion people worldwide that live in poverty. Humans have been protesting for generations, and yet we still have racism, misogyny, child abuse, drug addiction, slavery in the form of human trafficking, and war, or the threat of war, just to name a few of the effects of the old paradigm, or the old way of operating. Is that the normal that people really want to go back to? From my perspective, this is a very inefficient and effective way of operating. What is the solution? Putting our heads in the sand until things go back to, quote, normal? More protests? It was Albert Einstein who said, the definition of insanity is doing the same things and expecting different results. People have been trying to change governing systems since they began. Einstein also said, no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created the problem. Dan Millman, author of Way of the Peaceful Warrior, said, the secret to change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. You can never change things by fighting the existing model. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. That is what this transition we are going through is all about. The people that are still stuck in Einstein's definition of insanity are in the process of tearing down the existing power structure with protests and violence. Those of us that have gained insight from consciousness are taking a different approach. We are getting away from the mainstream madness and building or joining communities of like-minded people. People that are transmuting fear and resistance into trust and acceptance. This is already separating people moving into the new paradigm from those stuck in the old way of operating. Astrophysicists have noticed a dramatic increase of energetic particles that are passing through the Earth. These particles can influence the way we behave and feel. I have heard them called universal purity waves, and they are energetically accelerating people in the direction that they are going, thus creating two separate but coexisting human consciousnesses. I have noticed many instances of this happening. Have you experienced the transition? How you experience the transition will be determined by whether you are in acceptance or resistance. An example of this could be if you got sick with the COVID, Resistance could be being angry that you got it or worried about what will happen. This could depress the immune system. Acceptance could be thinking, okay, I've got COVID. I know that everything happens for a reason. And I'm going to take the time to allow my body to rest and heal. That approach would help boost your immune system and help you get better. All this has been scientifically proven. This idea works with anything and everything you can think of, this approach. The new paradigm that we are heading into will no longer exist with any of the disempowerment and inefficiencies that has existed. Think of it, a world with complete equality, economic equality, racial equality, gender equality, a world without lack. So my call to action to everyone here tonight, for those of you who only believe in what you can experience with 5 senses in this 3-dimensional reality, I encourage you to expand your horizons. We're all creating our reality every moment of every day, whether we are conscious of it or not. If you are dissatisfied with the unconscious life you were conditioned or programmed to create, then become a conscious creator so you can take control and change your reality. Thank you.